Time to talk about it, man. And I slacked that week because leading up to the game, bro, I wasn't even in the mood to make no prediction video, which you know what I'm saying, that's content. That's slacking on content. You know, you had some good games. You had Auburn, Texas A&M. Texas A&M won. Texas A&M a solid team, very good team. You know, you had Penn State, Oregon. I know Penn State was gonna choke. You know what I'm saying? I just knew it. You know, and the crazy sad thing is, man, Florida State lost to Virginia. And I didn't even get on here and brag and laugh, you know. I didn't, because I got a lot of Florida State fans. They were telling me, oh, who we going to lose to in the ACC? And I tried to tell them, it's a long year. It's a long year. And the very next week, you know, all Florida State fans were talking about Clemson ain't nobody, Miami ain't nobody. We're going to beat Miami. You know, Miami the only good team in the ACC, you know, and they lost Virginia. And I ain't even come on here, get on here and brag and laugh. Because the whole time, as my preseason predictions, I said Georgia was going to beat Alabama. And then I kept on just, you know, a week go by, a game get closer. And I was like, man. I felt, I was like, our streak going down. That 33 home game win streak finna end. Because it's just like, I realized I came to a conclusion that Kirby Smart still get paid by Alabama. Like, that's my only explanation. And it's just the fact that he make it not seem so obvious that he get paid by Alabama still to throw these games. and I was starting to think that Georgia won that championship on accident versus Alabama. Like, it just so happened that you know, Stetson Bennett threw that past the A.D. Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? And Stetson Bennett just took over the game himself. And A.D. Mitchell came down with that pass, that catch. You know, to go up, what was it, 19, 18? You know what I'm saying? And that was what it was. And Alabama just, you know, Bryce Young threw that pick six. You know what I'm saying? But it just makes no sense, man. You know, I just felt that I couldn't even get on here and do content because I had a feeling like, bro, Georgia finna lose to Alabama. Georgia finna lose to Alabama. It's like something about Alabama and when I think about it, Kirby Smart got coached three big games in a row. He got out-coached versus Notre Dame. He got out-coached versus Tennessee. And just somehow Tennessee lost the game. And he just got out-coached by Alabama. That's 3 big games in a row he got out-coached by. The Notre Dame game, you know, the kick return happens. I mean, okay, cool. I wasn't even mad about a kick return because it took like 8 seconds off the clock. I wasn't even mad about a kick return. You know what I'm saying? At all. I was glad they had a kick return because I rather them score in 11, 12 seconds off a kick return than for them to take 6 minutes off the clock and then them run into the end zone in the red zone with Riley Leonard for a touchdown by taking 6, 7 minutes off the clock. But he got coached in that game by trying. He gifted Notre Dame the ball at the 13-yard line. Some they never reached all game. They got to the 13-yard line because he thought that we're gonna start he thought the offense was going in a tight game. He thought the offense was going to move the ball with like 45 seconds left, like 45 to 55 seconds left. He thought that Georgia's going to at least get in field goal range or something. You know, instead of going in the half 6-3, the game ended up being 10-3 because Notre Dame got the ball at the 13-yard line, something they never reached. But then you know, fast forward to Tennessee game. You know, Tennessee just missed the field goal, man. Tennessee kicker missed the field goal. You know, Georgia had no answer for Tennessee. You know, and like I say, I mean, and luckily Tennessee, Georgia had injuries too on the offensive line, but Tennessee was missing some key players on defense. They starting cornerbacks, 2 starting cornerbacks, one Jamal McCoy, very good cornerback. Fast forward to Alabama game. I'm not even mad at Mike Bobo. No, because Mike Bobo called a decent game. Like, I'm not even mad. I can't even be mad at Mike Bobo. Like, people will say Mike Bobo. It was a few things. Only thing I would say about Mike Bobo is no way we should be calling screen passes to Kobe Young. Like, that's not his game, man. That's not his game. Now, if it's like a 3rd and 2, you throw a screen pass him so he could truck over the slot corner of somebody, I'm fine with that. You know, you throw it to him, he'll truck over. He gonna do that. But second and 13, you trying to throw a screen pass Kobe Young? No. That was the only thing that I did like. Cause outside of that, Mike Bobo, I mean, Alabama's still Alabama. Alabama, like I said, regardless of Florida State game, I mean, Alabama still, I mean, like I said, they got Tim Keenan back. Was a big difference, a big deal. I mean, Tim Keenan, very good defensive lineman, gonna be a top 50, top 75 pick in the draft, you know, if he stay healthy. Mike Bobo called a pretty good game. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, and I give Mike Bobo hard time, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that, oh, Mike Bobo, he got to go with this and that. No, at the end of the day, the players getting open. Like I said, nobody, like I said, as good as Ohio State have, as good as wide receivers Ohio State have, they don't score 70 points a game. You know what I'm saying? They don't. As good as offense the wide receivers Alabama have, they not scoring 70 points a game. So, yes, not everything Georgia's not going to score 60 points a game, 50 points a game. And I mean, and just to face it, Georgia don't have Brock Bowers no more. Like, that's just the main thing. Georgia don't have Brock Bowers no more. To you know what I'm saying, make it that easy. But I will say this, though. Georgia should not have lost that game at all. I mean, Alabama, in the first half, they gave everything they had. I mean, Ryan Williams dropped a touchdown pass, wide open touchdown pass. They still scored on that. KJ Bolden dropped a pick. You know, that was just karma. I mean, it was just football guys, you know, rewarding Alabama because they still scored on that touchdown. But fast forward, this is why I say Mike Bobo, he called a pretty good game. Because, I mean, I ain't gonna like I said, Gunner starting, he's still learning. He's still developing. I mean, he's not, first of all, Ty Simpson is a very good quarterback. You know, he got it. You know, Alabama got some very good wide receivers, you know. And Georgia DBs is behind. Left out. You know, Kyron Jones, you know, he gave up like 80 yards, it seemed like, you know what I'm saying, in this game. But Ellis Robinson, he's not there yet. You know, Ellis Robinson is not there yet. As you know, he was a number 3 player in his class. You know, very high 5-star. You know, but hopefully as the seasons go along, he get better. You know, like I say, hopefully he should get better. You know what I'm saying? And it what it is. But like I said, I can't even blame this on the players. I blame this game all on Kirby Smart. You know, and I'm not going to blame him for the timeouts at the end. I mean, it what it is. I blame him for that field goal, bro. I blame him for that field goal. And all this unnecessary blitzing, like Glenn Schumann, I don't know what him and Glenn Schumann, literally, I called it out as soon as that was a 3rd down and 7. It was 3rd down and 7. And I said it like, Georgia blitz. When Georgia blitz, I was like, they had, Jam Miller or somebody, a running back. They did the swing pass to the running back for an easy first. I called that out. I was like, as soon as I seen the linebacker crash down, I was like, this is a first down. This is a first down. Like, literally, the linebacker crashed down. And off the swing, I'm like, it was nobody over there. I'm like, why is y'all keep on blitzing for? Like, y'all making Ty Simpson easy reads. Like, Ty Simpson literally changing the pass protection, calling all that out. Blitz coming this way, that way. And all that he do is chuck it down 5 yards and get extra 5 yards off rack or whatever. That's the same thing we did versus Alabama in the SEC championship game in Alabama last year, where we made Jalen Miro so comfortable in the pocket in the whole first half. For the whole first half, for 3 quarters, we made Jalen Miro easy throws. until the fourth quarter where he struggled and Alabama didn't move the ball no more. And besides just running the ball, like we let Jalen Miro sit there comfortably in the pocket. Georgia sagging 15 yards off the wide receivers, and all the thing Jalen Miro was doing just throwing it down 5 yards and getting 8 yards out. 8 yards, and then the wide receivers get 3 yards before we tackle them, 3 to 4 yards before we tackle them. Dink and dunk, 7 yards of pass for 3 quarters until you know what I'm saying for a whole 2.5 through 3 basically the whole first half. They let Jalen Miro 2023, 2024 sit in the pocket and just let him just eat him up. Eat him up on quick passes, make it so easy until we finally decide to take it away. And then that's when Alabama defense punting the ball like 4 or 5 times in a row. It is like, it's so frustrating, bro. Kirby Smart still working for Bama. He's still getting a check from Alabama. Because why? Think about this, man. You playing like we the underdog. Like Kirby Smart, when he played Bama like Georgia's the underdogs. Now, and I ain't saying like, I'm saying like, you know what I'm saying, like Georgia is Vanderbilt or something. Like that's something Vanderbilt to do is try to be aggressive, and that's what Ole Miss does. When Ole Miss play Alabama and Georgia, like Lane Kiffin do, he go he's swinging, he throw everything he have, and cause he don't believe in his defense basically, so he gotta believe, but he believe in his offense. So yes, 4 for 3, 4 for 4, he go for it. That's what teams. That's what Lane Kiffin and teams like Ole Miss does. But you're Georgia, dog. Like, and then on top of that, it's 4th and 1. You give the ball to Cass Jones. Game basically on the line. 4th and 1. You give the ball to Cass Jones. The lightest running back in the rotation on the team. You got Josh McBully. You got Josh McBully for 4th and 1. You don't give it to him. You got Chauncey Bowens, who's like 228, 229. You don't give it to him. Dwight Phillips Jr., who the fastest running back on the team. You don't even give it to him. Nate Frazier, who fumbled the ball every big game. He fumbled the ball every big game. But I would rather see Nate Frazier get his chance to redeem himself and get that first down, because he would have got it. I know he would have stuck that foot in the ground, he would have got it, regardless of that fumble. And Georgia don't get it. And when Georgia didn't get it, I knew that was game. Because I was like, all Alabama got to do is probably kick a field goal. You know what I'm saying? And definitely if they score a touchdown, it's over. That momentum shifted. Could have been 24-24. Granted, Georgia shot themselves in the foot, man. Like, Nate Frazier fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball. I mean, great hit by Bray Hope, but you can't fumble the ball, man. You in your second year. You supposed to be a leader in that running back room, man. You fumble the ball at home in front of all these NFL scouts on a big game like this, man. And I was like, man, Alabama, that was a chance that Alabama put the game away right there. And, instead they settled for a field goal. Then Talon Taylor, that number 11. That number 11 jersey, man. Talon Taylor. Great play. That's why I say Mike Bobo. We can't bash Mike Bobo. Like, it was a few bad play calling. But that fumble is not on Mike Bobo. Nate Frazier fumbling the ball is not on Mike Bobo. Talon Taylor dropping potentially the game-winning touchdown is not on Mike Bobo. Like, you could say, oh, you should have had no. You're a 5-star wide receiver who comes into Georgia to make a name for yourself. And if Talon Taylor makes that catch, dude, that was the biggest catch of his life so far. So far, that was the biggest catch of his life. And he dropped it, dog. I mean, that play was... and I'm not even... You know what I'm saying? And really, I'm not even... Like I said, I felt the game. I felt Georgia's going to lose. I said I had Georgia winning the preseason. You know what I'm saying? I had Georgia winning the preseason. and leading up to the game, bro, I ain't even make no videos. Like, in this video long now. But I just feel like, man, Georgia finna lose this game. Like, it's gonna be something that Georgia's gonna lose this game. The 33 win streak gonna end. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know I'm a real deal Spill Georgia fan. And I just call it like it is. I just be real. And I say, like, Georgia finna lose this game in my mind. Like, I couldn't even laugh at Florida State for losing to Virginia. Because I was like, man, Georgia finna lose this game to Alabama, man. And they're going to look bad for me to laugh at Florida State and get beat by the team they lost to. I mean, and lose to the team they beat, I meant. And they did. Like, Georgia lose basically every way to Alabama. Overtime, lost. Clemp ball out versus one quarterback who got benched the year before, and he come back in, turn to Superman and lose and win the game. COVID year, Alabama just Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith go off. The next year, SEC championship game, Alabama goes off. No Stetson Bennett throws another 3 interceptions just like he did the year before. Alabama wins by 17 points back-to-back years. Fast forward 2023. Georgia let Jalen Milroe, have a field day. Fast forward 2023. Fast forward 2024. Georgia goes down 28-0, and comes all the way back 34-33. Then Ryan Williams play happens. And Georgia marches down the field, throws a pick. Then fast forward next year, Georgia gets home field advantage. And Georgia lose by a field goal. And before I end this video, that's what makes me mad the most about not kicking that field goal. Like I say, I don't care. You kick the field goal, now it's 24-24. And now you make Alabama drive the field. After they kicker just shanked that thing all the way to the cassette stand on like a 40-yard field goal. He shanked it all the way to the cassette stand, left. Now, instead, you tell a top 25 offense. I ain't saying Alabama could very well end up being the best offense. I'm just saying, you tell any top 25 offense, you tell any offensive-minded coordinator, head coach, Lane Kiffin, Steve Sarkisian, Ryan Day, hey, you tell the quarterback, hey, we don't need no 45 yards, we don't need no 50 yards, we don't need no touchdown. All we need is 2 first downs. You tell any top team any top offense, hey, you just need 2 first downs. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather, think about this, I'm going to just be real with y'all. You tell him, Lane Kiffin, would you rather your defense stop a team driving 75 yards, 2 minutes left, would you rather your defense stop a team, they got to drive the field 50 yards to score a touchdown? Or would you rather have your offense on the field and all you got to do is get 2 first downs versus the best defense in the nation? He's going to take the best defense in the nation and he's going to find a way to get them 2 first downs or whatever he got to get to end the game. And that's exactly what Alabama did. Literally, you told Alabama in the kicker that, hey, it don't even have to be on the kicker no more. Now, all Alabama got to do is get 2 first downs, 2 to 3 first downs, and that's game. Now they get the knee of the ball and go on back to Tuscaloosa. You tie that game up. Now you potentially got to make Alabama call plays. They got to actually call plays now. They got to call plays, and forcibly maybe you can get your fumble back. Now you got extra plays, extra hard hits. With some hard hitting last night. Saturday night. It was some very hard hitting, flying, helmet pop, everything, you know. But now you got a chance to maybe get the ball back off a turnover, maybe a strip sack, you know, a bad handoff, a bad snap. Basically, extra plays got to be ran. You know, I slip, a wide receiver slip down, maybe a pick six happened or something. You know, basically, you get what I'm saying. You know, or Ty Simpson forces the ball down the field and it ends in an interception. You know, all that wide receiver gets stripped trying to make a play. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these outcomes, extra plays could have happened if you take that field goal and make it 24-24. But instead, Alabama got to play for first downs instead of a field goal and a touchdown. And that's why I say Kirby Smart got out-coached. Because you just made Ty Simpson. And I already knew Ty Simpson, Alabama's going to end the game. I already knew that Georgia wasn't going to get no stop. Because I caught a player. I said, all they're going to do is a roll out with Ty Simpson. You know, either Ty Simpson going to be fast enough to get the first down or somebody going to crash down. And the wide receiver or tight end or running back going to be wide open to get the first down. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And a few plays, I said I can't blame Gunner Stott. I can't blame Mike Bobo. I blame Kirby Smart and Glenn Schumann. And I don't know, very good game, but Georgia should not have lost that game. And like I said, Gunner Stott didn't play bad. Outside of that awareness of he did the same thing Ty Simpson did. Instead of running to get the first down on the 3rd and 5, he tried to force a pass for incompletion. I mean, stuff like that, you know. Like I say, you got to go. You starting for a reason, which because of your legs. You know what I'm saying? You got to run it, put your foot in the ground, and get that first down, my guy. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I know you wanted to throw off your arm, but just get the yards. 3rd and 5, you ain't got to force a pass to Zachariah Branch and double coverage. Just go get the first down and regroup. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then like I said, Mike Bobo and Gunner started, and Talon Taylor catches that pass. You know what I'm saying? We could be talking about how Georgia offense, you know, got fired and he just needed to come out strong in the first half. You know, that's the only thing. But Talon Taylor dropped the pass, and now I'm off here talking about how we lost. And Nate Frazier fumbled the ball, spotted Alabama 3-point. You know what I'm saying? And Georgia should not have lost the game. They somehow lose. You know, somehow they lose. Like, it's the same thing. Like, somehow, some way, like, the players, like, the year before, last year, Carson Beck threw 3 interceptions, you know, and the SEC championship game, that reverse fumble happened and give the Alabama another 3 points. This season, last Saturday, Nate Frazier fumbled the ball, give the Alabama 3 points. It's like Georgia lost the turnover battle. They ran for 400-some yards, it seemed like. You know, they had the way running the ball. Chauncey Bowens had an incredible game. Nate Frazier got benched, you know, and this game was on Kirby Smart, man. Like, you make Alabama, you make Ty Simpson drive the field. You put that game on the kicker. If Alabama, you know, marches down the field and try to kick the game with a field goal, let's say a 51, 48, 49-yard field goal, he potentially miss again and it's overtime. The ball could very well get blocked and it's overtime. And instead, you just let Alabama win the game off getting first downs. Anyway, on to the next week. You know, the season 33-game win streak ended. You know, on to the next game, but Kirby Smart, man, it's like he's getting out coached now, man. It's like back then, maybe is he getting? It's like I say, man, it's getting the same. Like, it's the players, man. I know everybody's players. You know, you gotta have players, but it's like, bro, he getting out coached in these big games, dog. That's 3 big games in a row. He getting out coached. He 0 for 3 right now in them big games, bro. Notre Dame, Tennessee, and Alabama. I'm just saying, man, like, some got to give, man. On to the Kentucky, though. But let me know what y'all think, man. I know this video long, but, oh, man, that's what Georgia do, man. That's what Georgia do. Like, I'm out.